The Indian government is sending 7 delegations of members of different political parties to different countries in the world to convince them of India's stand on the recent, a month back, Pahalgam attack, and then the, war between India and Pakistan. Now, I guess these delegations will try to convince the heads of the other states and civil society that Pakistan is a patron of terrorism, and that Pakistani state is not doing anything to curb terrorism, and that Pakistani soil is used for terrorist attacks on India. Now, this is not something new. Indian government has been saying this for a long time now, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has used every opportunity, every visit abroad, and probably by now he has traveled to every country on the face of earth, some of them more than once or many times. And he has used every opportunity to convince the leaders of the other countries that Pakistan allows its land to be used for terrorist attacks on India. But the question is, even after all this convincing, why is the world not getting convinced? Because in the recent war, we saw that not a single country, not a single country of significance stood with India. On the other hand, United States intervened when probably Pakistan had threatened to use nuclear weapon, because Mr. Modi has said in his public speech that India will not give in to Pakistani nuclear blackmail. It probably implies that Pakistan was threatening to use the nuclear weapons, and that is when United States had to intervene and stop the war, and that is why Mr. Donald Trump has said more than once that he stopped the nuclear war between India and Pakistan. But when he announced the ceasefire, he said, he praised the leadership of both countries. He has used great nations as a phrase for both countries, which means that he doesn't distinguish between India and Pakistan. He considers them at the same kind of status, and even though Osama bin Laden was killed in Pakistan, who had launched the biggest terrorist attack on United States, but the United States does not view Pakistan as a patron of terrorism. Otherwise, how would Pakistan have been able to get $1 billion loan from the International Monetary Fund? The voting mechanism in International Monetary Fund is such that the United States is a key player. Without the consent of United States, no big decisions can be taken. So the US doesn't consider Pakistan as a patron of terrorism. It has allowed a big loan to be given to it, and it has called India and Pakistan as great nations, and has praised the leadership of both countries to arrive at the decision of ceasefire. China is of course supporting Pakistan, because Chinese planes were used to down Indian planes, and if we are to believe the Reuters, at least one Rafale has been shot down, and Russia, which was earlier a friend of India, has a military relationship with Pakistan now. It provides arms and it provides military training. So all the big countries in the world, militarily, US, China, Russia, are supporting Pakistan. Of course, US and Russia have a relationship with India too. But when it comes to Indian stand on terrorism, that Pakistan is a patron of terrorism, they don't agree with it. And China, of course, is supporting Pakistan, and that is why probably India had to agree to ceasefire, because it didn't look possible to defeat Pakistan, who had the support of Chinese government, and the Chinese government was supporting it with arms. So then the question is, what is the purpose of sending these delegations? And we are not sending them to China. The country which needs to be convinced, because that is the country which supports Pakistan the most. And all the world already knows about India's stand, given the visibility that Mr. Modi enjoys in international meetings. So what are these members of different political parties going to do? The Socialist Party of India has come out with a statement and said that all this money that you are using on these foreign trips of 7 delegations would have been better spent if you had sent just 1 delegation to Pakistan instead of sending 7 delegations to all over the world, a high-level delegation which should have gone to Pakistan, or Pakistani delegation should have been invited to India, and a process of dialogue for peace and friendship between the two countries should have begun in earnest, because that is the only way forward if we have to solve the problem of Kashmir and terrorism. Let me remind you that in 2008 Mumbai attack, which was bigger than Pahalgam, Manmohan Singh was also under pressure to take a retributive action against Pakistan. But he did not fall for that temptation. He, of course, cut off diplomatic relations with Pakistan, as we have done now. And after waiting for a year and a half, he began a diplomatic process. And slowly we started talking to Pakistan. Our relationship started normalizing. A train started running between Jodhpur and Karachi. A bus started running between Muzaffarabad and Srinagar. Another route from Kashmir was opened for Pakistan. And there was relaxation at the Atari-Wagah border. The Indian trucks started going into Pakistan. People above 60 they did not have to take visa to enter the other country, and several such things. Manmohan Singh had said that he will make Kashmir borderless, which means that the LOC, which divides the two parts of Kashmir, one under the Indian control and the other under the Pakistani, would disappear, and people from one part of Kashmir will be able to go to the other part easily. And there would probably be some kind of joint mechanism where Kashmir will be administered by India and Pakistan. The concept of condominium is not new. Disputed territories have been jointly governed by 2 authorities. There have been models of this. Andorra is one such example, which is jointly administered by Spain and France. So India and Pakistan had started moving in the direction of normalizing their relationship and finding the solution to Kashmir, which would have automatically solved the problem of terrorism. But unfortunately, even before that process could be completed, Manmohan Singh was gone, and came in Modi, and India's foreign policy changed. We stopped all peace process. We created new bodies of different countries like BIMSTEC and Quad and others, but we made SAARC inactive. SAARC was the one forum where the South Asian countries, especially India and Pakistan, could meet and discuss and resolve their problems. But SAARC having been made inactive, now there was no opportunity for India and Pakistan to talk. The only time when the top leaders met, except for Mr. Sharif coming to Mr. Modi's swearing in, was when Mr. Narendra Modi decided to make an unscheduled stop in Lahore on his way back from Afghanistan to India to attend a private family function of Mr. Nawaz Sharif. I don't assume there were any formal talks at that meeting, but what was required was to carry forward the peace process. Imran Khan gave an opportunity when he opened the Kartarpur Sahib corridor. There was a formal ceremony in which Mr. Modi inaugurated it from the Indian side and Imran Khan from the Pakistani side, and Modi praised Imran Khan for this effort. India could have used that opportunity to further the peace process, and I am of the personal belief that India should have opened a corridor for Pakistani pilgrims to Ajmer Sharif Dargah. That would have won so much of goodwill for India in Pakistan that it bettered the relationships between the two countries. But unfortunately, taking this easy and a straightforward path is not what the Indian government is doing. It is doing everything except for solving the problem of Kashmir and terrorism. Till date, we don't know who were the people who carried out the Pahalgam attack. They are probably in Jammu and Kashmir because the security has been tightened at the borders now. So after the attack, they probably haven't escaped. But instead of nabbing these terrorists who carried out the Pahalgam attack, we are doing everything else. We struck 9 sites inside Pakistan. We fought a war with Pakistan, did a ceasefire. Now we are going all over the world, but not talking to Pakistan, which can probably solve this problem. So this is the stand that Socialist Party has taken, and we have also said that at a time when people are starving in Gaza, children are starving in Gaza because Israel has blocked all food materials from going into devastated Gaza, which has suffered aggression, Israeli aggression for over a year and a half, in which 52,000 people have been killed, 70% of them being women and children. At such a time, India, who has always held a moral position in this world, has been seen as the leader of the non-aligned nations, has been seen as a voice of peace, should have instead spent all this money in providing relief to the children and women and people of Gaza. Had Mr. Modi done this, either with the support of Israel or even without the support of Israel, by directly providing aid to Gaza, if necessary with the help of other countries, that would have been considered a great humanitarian gesture and would have created a goodwill for India all over the world, and would probably also have convinced Pakistan to normalize its relationship with India. So this is the path the Socialist Party of India thinks that the Indian government should take. Talk to Pakistan, solve your problem, and if you have extra money, give aid to Gaza. Don't spend it on these foreign visits of members of different political parties. Thank you.